In this segment, we're going to cover the basic maintenance of your pavers. That includes two essential steps. The first being the cleaning or power washing of your pavers, and the second being the application of a sweep and sand. This process should be done every couple years. Sometimes there's some indicators that we should do it sooner. As you can see here, these joints are open, which tells us that they need sand in there to keep the bricks stable, keep them from moving and settling. When the bricks settle, water can accumulate there, which can be a slip hazard. So now that I've explained everything we're going to do here, let's get started. An important step before you start the power washing process is to look in the area for anything that's sensitive. You can take a simple tarp or other material and cover any sensitive plants, windows, anything of that nature that might get stained or damaged by the water. The cleaning or power washing of the pavers is quite straightforward. As you can see here, we're just using a basic power washer. You don't need a high-end, high-pressure one. The most important thing when power washing is just to make sure that you clean any debris or any staining off the pavers. And secondly, make sure you're getting good between the joints to allow a nice open space for the sand to fall into. This will provide long-term stability for your brick pavers. Now that we've thoroughly cleaned this area, we've made it so the sand can easily get in the joints. This area is now ready to have the sweep and sand applied to it. You want to pour the sand on and just estimate how much you think you're going to need. And you may have to do this a few times to finally get all the joints full of sand at an ideal height. Okay, now that we've got enough sand on these pavers to get started, we just want to initially push it around. As you can see, these joints are nice and open and they easily take in the sand. That's what you want. Once that sand is misted later and gets hard and sets up, it'll provide great stability. Sweeping on a 45 so that we don't take out what we put in. Okay, now that we've thoroughly got all the sand in place in the joints, they're nice and full, we want to mist the pavers. We don't want to wash the sand out of the bricks, we just want to mist it. So the process of that sand starting to set up so that it'll stay in place will start to take place. The most important thing for you to do for your pavers is the required periodic maintenance. In most cases, when we find sunken pavers, it's because this maintenance is not performed. So from our demonstration, the basic steps are the cleaning of your pavers and the debris in the joints between the bricks, the application of the polymeric sweep and sand, and the misting, which will allow that sand to set up, which will keep the pavers from shifting and settling down the road.